Welcome back. Time now for some 814 fun. Our resident movie expert, Dean Richards, have you covered with all of the movies and shows coming to streaming this weekend.
Well, Seth Rogen does double duty this week as both the star and co-star of his new Fish Out of Water comedy, An American Pickle. Here are my weekly home video picks.
We are the Greenbacks, and we have American dream.
The movie is called An American Pickle, about a man who immigrates to America in 1919 to find a better life. At his job in a pickle factory, he falls into a vat, and somehow is perfectly preserved when he's discovered 100 years later. He meets his only living relative, a great-grandson, as this fish out of water has to adjust to the year 2020 with his nerdy, techie relative. Both characters are played by Seth Rogen, whose performances are way better than this script. It wants to be funny, but at the same time wants to be touching and poignant, really never hitting the mark on either level. As a story of an immigrant doing what it takes to survive, it's a good and relatable lesson for all of us spoiled generations that followed. It's a Dean's List C, now playing on HBO Max. Also new this week is the adaptation of the 1911 novel The Secret Garden. Young Dixie Eggerichs co-stars in this whimsical story of a 10-year-old girl who discovers a special place filled with magical surprises. See it on demand. On Prime Video, there's Senior Love Triangle, about an 84-year-old man who strikes up relationships with the ladies to save them from the loneliness of their retirement homes.
I don't want to live in a dead world. I have to go back to Rasmus.
Simone, Rasmus has changed.
And in case you haven't had enough virus talk to last for a lifetime, add on season 3 of The Rain, the story of two siblings that join a band of survivors looking for safety 6 years after a rain-borne virus wipes out most of the population. See it now on Netflix. There's plenty of scandal, romance, and rocky marriages for binging in season 14 of The Real Housewives of Orange County. Episodes are playing now on Hulu. Also new on Hulu and Amazon Prime is the charming The Peanut Butter Falcon, the story of two men, one a loner drifter, the other a person with Down syndrome who's recently escaped from a nursing home. Together they form a bond of respect and love that'll touch your heart. And finally, for the stories behind some of the most memorable musicals of all time,
Tale as old as time.
Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest.
this is the documentary Howard, about one of the men behind many of the Disney classic musicals from the late 80s to early 90s. Howard Ashman's story is told by many of his friends and collaborators, most notably his songwriting partner Alan Menken, with whom he wrote songs for Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Little Shop of Horrors, Aladdin, and many, many more. It's now on Disney+. In Chicago, I'm Dean Richards.